Hey there, everybody. JP Guidry here with Guidry Golf and Sport, and we are on number 5 of my 5 pillars of golf performance training. Again, I want to thank Mississippi Golfer Podcast for having me on, and let's get started. So, a little recap. Number 1 was building a solid strength base. Number 2 was having good mobility and control of that mobility. Number 3 was power development. Number 4 was good nutritional habits, both in round and outside of golf, outside of performance. And today, number 5, we're going to talk about recovery. And this is probably one of the most underutilized and under talked about, but probably the most important part, if if not the one of the most important parts of health, wellness, and definitely sports performance. So when I talk about recovery, sleep's probably the number one thing we talk about. Getting a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep at least every day, having good sleep hygiene. So what I mean by that is, there's some things you can do to set yourself up for better sleep habits. Having set wake times, having set sleep times, and kind of building some consistency with that. Avoiding screens and blue lights, at least an hour before bedtime. Keeping your room cool, keeping your room very dark. These are all things that have been scientifically shown to improve sleep and improve our sleep habits. Um, you know, Outside of that is stress management, which will obviously play into sleep. There's no such things as no stress. It's how we handle stress and how we manage our day-to-day stress. Uh, is how it affects our life. Inevitably, things are going to happen. Stress is going to happen. Life, work, job, sports, they're all going to cause us stress. And, how we handle that stress, how we manage that stress can have a big impact on both negatively or positively on our health, our well-being, and our performance, our ability to recover, our ability to sleep. Stress, good stress, good stress being, things like working out, things like training, running, playing, practicing, have a similar effect as bad stress. It all puts a strain on our body, and how we handle that, how we recover from that is an important part of how we're able to go the next day. Um, so, uh, you know, if you feel like you have difficulty handling stress, this is, for me personally, this is a big area of struggle for me. I struggle with sleeping, and I've dealt with anxiety issues and depression and handling stress on and off throughout my entire life. I see a counselor, so I highly recommend seeing a mental health professional, whether that's as needed or whether that's consistently. They are great at giving you tools or to handle the stress and finding ways for you to deal with your mental health, and positively handle that. It doesn't go away. Sometimes medication is needed. Obviously, you need to talk to a doctor about that. But it's if you truly have a mental health issue, it's a lifelong thing. And it's going to be ups and downs, and how you handle those ups and downs. You need to take a proactive approach to that. So, finding someone to talk to, whether that's a professional, a friend, a relative, a loved one, whatever that may be, having someone that's going to support you, someone you can vent to, and then, ideally make it a professional, because they can give you the tools to help do it on your own. Having good positive social relationships. So this is a huge part of maintaining good mental health. Surround yourself with people that support you, people that want to be a part of your team, that are a positive part of your team, friends, family, coaches. Surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up, that are going to help support you, that are going to be there when times are low, that are going to be there when times are good. And kind of, you may have to cut off some toxic people in your life, that only want to kind of bring you down, or want to hang on, or want to ride your coattails, especially as a quote unquote professional athlete. Everybody might want a piece of you, and so, but even your average person, toxic relationships can have a pretty negative effect on us, and positive relationships can do the opposite. having a good support system, having people to turn to, having people that are going to have your back when times are high, when times are low, is a big part of this. And we can throw in nutrition, which we talked about last time, but so eating to support our training so that we recover. But this is a huge part. Don't neglect this part. This is good for your overall health and well-being. If you're trying to play this sport on a higher level, this is definitely a necessary thing, because golf is, as we know, has so many ups and downs, and you're not going to win every tournament. You're not going to make every cut. And so you need people behind you when you are winning, and you need people behind you when you're struggling and you're grinding. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some things to think about when it comes to recovery. All the training, all the practice in the world, even if you're doing them properly and maximizing that, you still need to recover. You still need to be able to get up the next day and perform just as well as you did the day before. Again, this is John Paul Guidry with Guidry Golf and Sport. I want to thank again Mississippi Golfer Podcast for allowing me to do this. These are my 5 pillars of performance training. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me at John Paul, JOHNPAUL, at Guidry, GUIDRY, PT.com. You can find me on social media at Guidry Golf and Sport, as well as on YouTube at Guidry Golf and Sport. Tons of exercise demonstrations, educational videos. My website is www.guidrygolfandsport if you want more information about what I do. And definitely, if you have any questions about any of this stuff or anything else, please feel free to reach out to me. Hope everyone out there has a great day, and thanks for listening.